I went out into the woods and I seen a Wampus cat, a big cat-like creature, and I ran for my life. The first thing that I do when I wake up in the morning is I have to go and immediately make food and eat, because if I don't, then I'll have the weak trembles for the rest of the day. I was so nervous before the wedding, I was plumb addle-pated.
You have to really take a hold of the hoe in the garden to do any good.
I was at the grocery store when I run into someone that I know, and I started talking to them, and they were in front of me the whole time in the store, and I didn't even know it until they turned around and said, "Hey."
He said he'd be back after a while, but that was early this morning, and I ain't seen him since.
When I was young, a long time ago, we used to make wine, and you couldn't cap the bottles till the wine had a chance to work off, or it would bust the bottle.
Over at my grandma's house, there's some plants growing in her yard, and they're called Adam's needle, and they look like they would be belonging in a desert. I do not like washy tea. I do not like my tea to be diluted or taste watered down. It needs to be strong.
A woods loaferer is someone who lives in the woods and they hunt and they fish and they maybe grow a garden, but they're really self-sufficient.
When I was in school, the teachers always told me, "Now write a good hand, Corey," but I never had very good handwriting. Back in the old days, instead of going downstairs and putting our clothes in a washing machine, we had to go down to the river to wash our clothes.
Yellow root is a wild plant. It grows along creek banks and waterways. It likes that damp soil. If you pull it up, you can see easily why it gets its name. The root is very yellow, and it's often used medicinally for sore throats, mouth ulcers, and things like that.
The other day, I lost my car keys, and it was a real worriment. I worried until I found them. When I was little and I went to school and I had to get home at the end of the day, to get home I rode a big yellow school bus. When you're out in the nature and you decide to take a really nice scenic walk through a field, be really careful, because there's lots and lots of weed dust in the field and you may become deathly allergic, sneeze, and die.
Way back in the day when I was young and I was living in Haywood County, my brother Paul was actually still in college. And so we would help this older gentleman there in the community pull the tobacco off where it had been curing. We would do that, and we would do that so that we could work out money, and that way we could buy Christmas presents for our family. And I'm sure Paul probably used his also to help pay for some of the college needs that he had at that time.
Growing up as kids, when we would go down Harshaw Road with Dad, we would get to this bend in the road where there was this house, and we don't know who lived there, but Dad called them the woolly people because their yard was all grown up and woolly.
A woods loaferer. I've got a twitch in my eye, which I've had
I hate
for
it when
5
that happens.
months.
That happens to me. I see it twitching. I'm sorry. Oh, no. It'll be fine.
You sure?
I think so, but let's just do it and you can watch it back and see what you think.
Okay. So go pick her out.
Growing up, when we would go down Harshaw Road with Dad, we would get to this place in the road where there was this house, and I don't know who lived there, but he said the woolly people lived there because their yard was all grown up.
But you gotta say all grown up and all woolly, grown up and all woolly like you did the first time.
Should I start over?
Yeah.
Hurry before Dad gets in here.
Katie.
Oh, touche.
Did I do yours the other way? I did. We'll have to redo it.
Yeah.